you someone who is just sick and tired of not being able to do many pull-ups? Don't worry, my friend, because I was in the exact same shoes as you for several painful months on end. But you don't have to go through that same process, as in today's video I'm going to give you a full pull-up program for free, and it's going to give you a full step-by-step progressions, full workout structure that's going to take your pull-up game from 0 reps to 10 and beyond. Right, what's cracking, my subscribers and non-subscribers? If you are subscribed to this channel already, well, welcome back, my friend. If you're a non-subscriber though, you're new to bodyweight training and calisthenics and want to build lean muscle without a gym or whatsoever, consider subscribing, because the content I make on this channel is dedicated for people like you. And please note, all the progressions and the workout structure, the full program I lay out in this video, every single element is critical, so please watch the entire video to the end for your own benefit. So we're going to start for progression 1, a passive hang, where you grab the bar with a pronated grip, and as you hang from the bar, you just stay there. But you don't just stay there, you actually hold yourself tight, embrace your core, tense your entire body. So what you want to do with these passive hangs is work up to 60 seconds of good solid holds for sets with relatively low rest time in order to build the strength and connective tissue for the next progression. And so the next progression, number 2, is scapular pull-ups or scapular pulls. Basically the same thing. So what we're going to do as we hang from the bar is that we're going to retract the scapula for repetitions, and in order to do this more effectively, I want you to imagine and really focus on pushing your hands forward and pulling your arm down into your shoulder socket in order to achieve that scapular retraction. And the absolute key here is to maintain straight and stable elbows. And whatever you do, do not skip this progression, alright? As the scapular pull is critical for the first element, the first phase of the initial pull-up unassisted. So, if you don't want to avoid painful and frustrating plateaus, do your scapular pull-ups. As you get stronger with scapular pull-ups, you can actually start by practicing the full range of motion of the pull-up with assistance. So if you're working out at home or something, just get something as simple as a chair to put your feet under as you grab the bar. But what we're going to do here for number 3 is assisted chin-ups. So instead of our palms being away from us, we're going to have it towards us in order to have our biceps help out a little. Also to get them a little stronger. And with assisted chin-ups, what you want to do is try and use as little assistance as possible through the legs in order to build more strength in the upper body, because that is our intent. And when it comes to unassisted pull-ups, we don't actually use the legs for any assistance. So it's critical to remain honest with yourself and work your way up gradually. And as you work your way up gradually and you get comfortable with assisted chin-ups for a good 6 to 12 repetitions, depending on how confident you are in yourself, a simple progression is to actually flicker the wrist and do assisted pull-ups, because here we're going to take less of the bicep out of the equation and focus more on the back and the rhomboids, which is critical because these are the big primary movers which are responsible for the pull-up. Working through the full range of motion of the pull-up, concentrically and eccentrically, assisted is going to fasten the development and strength required to do the full pull-up without any assistance whatsoever. So in terms of the pull-up assisted pull-ups, I want you to aim for a good 3 sets of 8 to 12 quality repetitions. To be on the safe side, I would aim for higher repetitions because it will do you very good favors. Take your time, there's no rush. Who are you racing against? There's no need to try and rush the process and hurt yourself. Work up gradually, and then once you meet these requirements, move on to step number 5, which is time under tension assisted pull-ups. So what you want to do is that you want to set up the exact same as you were before when doing assisted pull-ups, but what you want to do is actually slow down the rep speed and the rep tempo. So what you can do is that instead of doing like a regular tempo, when you actually get up to pull up, squeeze and hold the peak contraction for an extra second. And as you come down into an active hang, instead of coming straight back up, actually hold it for an extra second. And as you get stronger with that, slowing the eccentric. So as you come down from the top of the pull up, lower yourself down slower. So if you are before doing 1 to 2 seconds, do 3 to 4 seconds. These minor tweaks, these little elements in which we've added into this pull-up progression will increase muscle damage and the neural connections within your brain in terms of the development of the specific exercise, and in this case being the pull-up. So you're going to build strength and muscle gains. And further, this is also great for developing that mind-muscle connection, which is critical for bodyweight exercises such as pull-ups, which I've actually explained in far more depth and detail. So if you want to benefit from that and enhance your training further, make sure to check out the card here, as I'll link you to that video of mine. And so again, once you do multiple sets and multiple repetitions, so like 3 sets of 10 real slow and controlled assisted pull-ups, and actually finding ways to use as little assistance as possible through the legs, it's time to take that leap of faith, my friend. This is the moment that separates you as a man from the boys, and pulling your entire body weight up towards gravity with no assistance. And so at number 6, what we're going to do is chin-ups, which again is a pull-up, but we're going to do a supinated grip to increase leverage in our favor, make the exercise slightly easier in order to actually build the strength required to do full pull-ups unassisted and cleanly. That is the key. Clean, proper form, as that's going to get us clean and proper results. And when you go from assisted pull-ups to unassisted pull-ups and chin-ups, what I recommend you do is, because the intensity is going to increase to quite a large extent, the repetitions are going to go down quite significantly. So maybe when it comes to chin-ups, you may only be able to do sets of about 3 to 5. So with that said, if you're used to doing about 3 sets before, I recommend you go for 4 to 5, even 6 sets when it comes to doing pull-ups unassisted, because that is going to increase your ability to recruit more motor units in a more synchronized manner. And what I recommend with chin-ups, you spend a good time with this. Really focus on getting good with chin-ups. Work your way up, clean repetitions up and up and up. And once you can do about 8 to 10 good quality chin-ups, flick the wrist around, grab the bar with a pronated grip, and do full pull-ups. This is the moment of truth. If you've got this far, you can do full strict pull-ups. Congratulations, I'm very proud of you, my friend. And so once you're working towards the full pull-up, the main focus here as you're doing it for more sets is to also up your repetitions in order to get more proficient at the fundamental movement patterns of the pull-up, because that's what we need to do in order to build more strength and muscle within calisthenics. And so at the start, you may only be able to do 3, 4, 5 pull-ups, but as you get better, practice, get to 8, 9, 10 and beyond, you can make the regular pull-up even harder by bringing your arms in and doing close pull-ups. So again, like I said, work your repetitions up cleanly. Once you can do about sets of 8 to 10 close pull-ups, you're a star. Because now you've built an extremely strong foundation and stable base in order to move on to harder pull-up variations without all the frustrating plateaus and lack of progress, which I've had to experience myself. But you don't have to do it, because I've already guided you to avoid those pitfalls. And due to the difficulty and complexity of the pull-up, a lot of people will have definitely quit by this stage. So if you've got to progression 8 and you're working with close pull-ups and even regular pull-ups and regular chin-ups, I can tell already you watching this video are an extremely disciplined individual. So consider yourself a winner. Now, to optimize your progress within the pull-up and actually optimize this pull-up program, perform one of these progressions based on your current strength level 3 times a week within a full body routine on non-consecutive days. And when you're actually performing your pull-ups, give yourself as much rest as you feel is needed. So as a good rule of thumb, I recommend 2 to 3 minutes, but based on how confident you are, you may feel that a progression is slightly easier or slightly harder. So with that said, if it's easier, you can actually progress the exercise by lowering rest, or if you're struggling a bit, increase rest time so you can keep up with the progression. And so as I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this free pull-up program. And so if this video came at good hands, you make sure to give this video a like, but don't go already, because I actually have a full and free again pull-up series on this YouTube channel on how to become a pull-up king and give you the guidance and helping hand in order to increase your pull-ups to the fastest rate in the most efficient and effective manner. So if that tickles your fancy, make sure to check that playlist out in this end screen here. So that's enough for me today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you, my friend, in the next video.